Yo, 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 what is up, y'all? It's Connected by the
Hey,
Hill.
we back. What's
It's
going
your girl,
on?
Alyssa.
It's me, Jasmine. How y'all doing, hippie? Feeling very hippie myself. Welcome to the
Hey, come on, new look.
just trying things. I'm not letting fear get in my way this year. We've been talking about that, so y'all might see me looking like a different person every episode, and that's my business, as Mama Tab say. So
I'm here for the different personalities
yes,
because, I already got 3 inside of me.
you do.
Don't be telling the people that.
You said it. I was just going to confirm what you wanted
She
them
ain't
to
even
know.
deny. She didn't deny it at all.
I'm not going to lie to y'all. Y'all deserve to know. Y'all on this journey with us. Y'all need to know.
We'll go down, my love. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Got my wine. I'm feeling very
And they must feel to the rim almost.
Well, listen, it's the judgment. You're judging. But no, I didn't want to have to go re-up just in case this episode started getting really good because I know it's going to get really good. So I was like, I'm going to just hit y'all.
I thought about that, but I got the bottle right next to me.
See, there you go. I'm in a whole different area. So I had to come prepared. Not saying that I don't normally pour my wine.
I'm trying to get into the wine thing.
Okay, so okay. If you get into wine, what kind of wine do you like to drink?
I like red for sure.
Okay.
In college, I had dibbled and dabbled in the white wines, like the sweeter ones, and so I had already known that I was off of that when I got older. Then when I got older, and you know how wine tasting became popular, all of a sudden it's like wineries everywhere. I started doing that, and I'm like, I like red. And so I'm trying to get into the groove of it. I'm not really a drinker on my own. I'm more of a social drinker.
Yeah.
I just don't know. It's just something about sitting at home drinking alone that makes me feel weird.
Really?
I know a lot of people like to wind down with it, and I don't.
Okay.
So yeah, but I like red wine for sure.
Okay. See, I am not a true wine drinker. I am what you would call a commercial wine drinker. I don't know if it's because I've never had so one of the things that we've been wanting to do, has been to do like wine tours and like go to like wineries and things like that, just so we can feel more adult. But like every time someone has offered me like real wine to drink, your girl is just like,
what do I do with this?
It's just, I don't know. I think it's an acquired taste. And I always feel judged because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like a kid. I don't want real wine. I want lick it up juice, basically. I mean,
yeah.
Shout out to my Stella Rose drinkers.
I see a lot of people on Stella Rose, and I'm like,
that's juice. It is.
That's Welch's.
It is. It's sparkling Welch's with a shot. That's really what it is. And one day I've had maybe 1 or 2 glasses of real wine that I was like, oh wow, this is really good. I enjoyed this. I think we had went to like Carrabba's. They do like a wine tasting night. We did that a few times, and I've had it then. But most of the time, I noticed it was like dessert wine. So they weren't sweet like Stella Rosa, but they were, it wasn't as dry or as abrupt tasting as, But then also, this is just how things go. Like I've had friends who they do drink wine, and but I feel like they're wine snobs because like instead of trying to if you're interested in getting into this here, try this or try this, they're like, that's what you drink. I don't do. And then I feel like, so what are we doing here? So I don't know. Maybe this will be the year.
Maybe, I don't know. So the wine that I'm drinking now, I was gifted for my birthday. So that's another, that's why I was like, well, maybe I should drink this one alone because it is for my birthday.
Right.
For my birthday, so I want to enjoy it. I was gonna bring it to a friend's house, but I was like,
nah, I'm good.
Nah, I think I want to enjoy this one alone.
Right. That's good.
So
that's
good. Enough of our wine ramble.
Wine talk.
Has your ear been to the streets?
Girl, I had the ear to the street just for a little bit. It was getting too hot, so I had to back out. But
with Chloe and Tristan.
I'm a sip. Let me.
Yeah, that'll drive you to drink.
It's the foolishness for me.
It's the I'm not listening and paying attention to these.
It's the I'm not. Thank you, girl. It's the I don't know how to exit stage left. Like, because at what point are you going to listen to yourself and say, you know what, this is just not.
And I was talking about this recently on Twitter because I'm on Twitter now. I get to Twitter be having some gems, y'all.
Really?
Yeah, so I be sending
you be sending it to me, but when I don't know, maybe I don't have the right Twitter access because when I'm on Twitter, I'm like, this is trash. I'm off of this. I don't.
Okay, so you remember when we was on Twitter back in college, right?
Right, and that's the same Twitter that I pulled up.
Right, and so it didn't hit the same back then. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it was. I don't know, but it hit differently now.
Okay.
And so your girl is on Twitter, and I be lurking and laughing. So. But from what I gathered from that situation with Tristan and Chloe, that man has shown her who he was so many freaking times. But, and what I'm about to say is not an excuse for her. Okay. But it's just my assessment. Mm-hmm. She can't let go if she's addicted to that type of chaos. It's not easy letting go when that's all you really truly know and feel. I hear you. And I know a lot of people might be like, man, she came from a 2-parent household, man. They had money. They had this and this and that. That don't mean nothing.
Don't mean nothing.
Chaos don't matter who you are.
No. Chaos is not what everybody's chaos is not the same, because your level of chaos may be totally different from my level of chaos. Mm-hmm. So just because she had a certain lifestyle, that does not mean there wasn't a certain level of chaos with her being in the limelight from a very young age. Well, wasn't their family like since their 20s? I couldn't imagine being in anybody's limelight at 20 something.
Well, younger than that, because her daddy was the lawyer for OJ.
So even that, could you imagine in high school somebody having access to your life the whole time, seeing all your mistakes and all the things? Nah.
I think I'm crazy now with the 3 personalities. I would be losing it if I was like under a microscope.
Mm-hmm. That whole time.
So it's like she's under this microscope. She got to go through this pain while millions of people are watching and putting in their opinion.
Yeah, ooh, yeah. It's the opinion, the public opinion. First of all, this is no shade to nobody anyway, because I'm human like everybody else.
Got something.
But we all got something. But it's so much easier to point the finger and clown the one who's in the limelight, because then it's like, ooh, nobody's looking at me. Because I know it's a lot of Chloes out there talking about Chloe.
Oh, yeah. But we don't know, because
we don't know.
They're hiding behind these profiles, these private profiles at that.
Exactly.
Then they probably don't even post their life.
Exactly.
They probably just putting on the front.
Mm-hmm. Right. You laying upside Tyrone right now, talk all this on Chloe's page and telling her how dumb she is, but you was just crying your eyes out because he just got home. So,
damn.
But it's true though. Like that's one thing. I think that's why I've always kept a very lurky type social media presence, just because
you do be lurking,
girl. I'm the one who's like this, and it's mostly not because like there's things in my life that I'm like, oh, I don't want people to know, they're gonna be embarrassed, but I just feel like it's just certain things are just not for everybody.
Yeah, you're more private than me. You've always been private. Even when we were younger, you were always, and I was just like, I don't care, I'm gonna put it all out there. But you like, nah,
that ain't fair. And it'd be stuff that I'd be like, oh, I want them to see. But it's because when you do that, you open the door for everybody's perspective and everybody's judgment. And then you don't make decisions based on what you really like or what you're comfortable with. You're making decisions on, is somebody gonna like this? Is somebody gonna clown me for this? And that messes
you feel
up.
more insecure.
And I have my own insecurities. I struggle with my own insecurities. So I don't need anybody else coming in and chiming in their 2 cents. Because let me tell you, the 2021 Jasmine was doing a way better job at beating me up. So I'm not gonna get on the internet and let y'all try to come for me too. So good on that.
Yeah, poor Chloe.
Poor girl.
I truly hope she learned from this and like noticed the pattern, because now it's crystal clear that that's a pattern that probably may never change with that guy.
Right. And then, I don't know if you saw, because like I said, I be doing my deep dive. So Joey Badass,
I did see that.
He was okay. So you saw the things he was saying, and a lot of what he said, I was just like, not for everybody. Definitely, but that's your opinion. And I mean, because what it sounded like is Tristan probably really does love Chloe. And you could really love someone. Go ahead.
I was gonna tell you to give them a synopsis of what Joey said so they
okay.
know.
Oh, my bad, y'all. I'm thinking y'all up here. I do that all the time. Okay. So Joey Badass was basically saying that the problem with a lot of these relationships that go like this is because people aren't honest about the type of relationships that they want to be in. He was like, it basically sounds like Tristan wants to be in a polyamorous, I can never say that word.
Poly something.
He wants to be with multiple people.
Yeah.
In a relationship. That doesn't mean he loves anybody less or he doesn't love this person, but he's not honest about the fact that maybe he has the desires and needs that's not satisfied by just one woman. Maybe he needs to be loved by multiple women, and that's his business. Not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong. That's for him. That's his life. It's not my judgment. So, but what Joey Badass is basically trying to say was, be honest about that. Be honest to say, hey, I really do love you. I really want to be with you, but you're not the only person I want to be with. I really love being with these girls. I really love sleeping around. You have to give people the choice to decide whether or not they're okay with it. What usually happens is things go wrong is because you're trying to have your cake and eat it too. And you may find a person who will let you have your cake and eat it too, but you have to give that person the choice to say, yeah, I'm down with that, or I'm cool with that, or no, this is not for me. And how selfish of you is it that you won't tell that person and let them decide for themselves? You're basically telling them this fairy tale story of, no, it's only you, I only love you, when that's not the case. Be honest about it and say, hey, I need a little bit more, and let that woman decide if that's what she wants to be. Is she okay sharing, or does she want you to herself? There's some women out there who are okay sharing. There are some. I'm not that girl.
It ain't me though.
It ain't me. Not the girl.
I ain't no pick me. I'm all that.
I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to compete. Not that I can't compete. I won't compete. That's it.
I'm only competing with myself.
It's me, baby. It's me. You need multiple. I got you. I got multiple looks.
Me versus me, like Moneybag says.
Thank you. Period. But there are some women who are cool with it because they need multiple men. So go find that person.
Mm-hmm. Or ultimately, Tristan probably just don't love himself at all, and he don't know how to love no woman. It could be that too.
And then there's the trauma. I mean,
yeah.
But it's not fair to keep Chloe with how he's trying to keep her, because she does really seem like she loves him. He does really seem like he may love her, but he may not have the capacity within himself to love her the way she needs to be loved. So somebody got to do the work.
She does seem like a lover. And then I saw that Lamar was trying to add his 2 cents to slide in. How dare you try to... First of all, this is not even the right opportunity for you to be like, I hope we can be cool. You don't try to prey on this vulnerable woman.
Thank you.
I hope that let her know that you probably haven't changed.
Mm-hmm. First of all, why are you here? Why are you here? You were already supposed to exit stage left. You came, you did your damage. Goodbye. You have no more words. Don't ever try to say, like, I hope you... No, because I would have been fine when I married you and you did what you were supposed to do. But you already messed that up. So, next. Girl.
Oh, child. But anyway, girl. So, today's topic, kind of... I don't know if it really relates to all of that. I was gonna try to be fly and kind of fit it, but now it's giving no. So I kind of want to go into appreciating where we are in this life, taking away the lessons that we are meant to learn in this moment without rushing it. And we kind of dabbled on it in our previous episode, but we want to kind of deep dive in that today. So you want me to lead the stage, or do you want to go into it?
Um, let me go into it this time. So, okay, I was looking down at my notes to make sure I knew what I wanted to say. So, when we had basically talked about this topic in our last episode, I knew that this is something that I really wanted to dig into because I really struggle with appreciating the moment or the place or the level, or I have a hard time appreciating where I am in the space. I struggle to be present a lot of times because I'm always constantly, I gotta level up, gotta do more, gotta be better, gotta do. And I don't know if a lot of that comes from, being I was the firstborn. For the longest, I was the only child. My mom had me at a young age. So it was always that pressure to be better, to be more. And so I think when you grow up with a lot of that pressure, and not saying that my mom didn't love me or appreciate me on whatever level I was, but her mindset was always my child has to be better than what they thought I was because I had her. So it was always that pressure to keep going, to do more, to get to the next level. And so, growing up, and I'm a Virgo, so there's that. It's always like I had
Bless my heart.
bless
Bless me.
but I always had like a list of I gotta graduate high school, gotta go to college, gotta graduate up there, gotta get married. Yeah, that perfectionism, gotta go to grad school, gotta do this. And I was always doing something because I felt like that was just what I have to do. Like I don't have time to sit and appreciate all the steps I've made and all my accomplishments now because I'm always looking like, well, I gotta get to the next thing. I'm not. So like even when I had my daughter, like love my daughter to death, but I went through postpartum really bad. And I think now that I'm saying it out loud, I think a part of my postpartum was the fact that I was so busy trying to get to the part of when mom life looks easy, when everything's running smoothly and I'm not trying to figure it out. I lose a lot of the ability to sit and figure it out. I always think my way of figuring out is okay, once I get to the next level, I don't have to worry about it. But now that I've been meditating more and I'm trying to get more like in tune with what my body is telling me, I know clearly God is trying to say, how am I going to get you to the next level when you haven't even created the habits that you need to sustain that next level? You don't get comfortable doing anything long enough to really make that okay with this. But that's a lot of what I hear. I never learned how to do something for long periods of time because I have been so blessed in the fact that once I got to a certain point, God always had something else. Once I got here, God had something else, and I was always able to kind of jump up and not knowing how to do everything, but I had enough to kind of keep me going or sustain me for enough until I get to my next level. And now I really feel like God is in the season where He's like, your next level's coming. Like I got more for you, but I need you right here. There's things I need you to do on this level, and if you leave and you do elsewhere, you're not going to get there. So I need you to be present. I need you to get comfortable. I need you to be appreciative. I need you to enjoy the fact that you're married now. You have your own house. Like you have a job that you prayed for. You like your daughter, smart as a whip. Like you have all these things, and all you're thinking about is okay. But now I need to be a millionaire. Now I need to get a bigger house. Now I need a better job. Actually, I need no job. I need to be able to work for myself. I need to be able to do this full time. And I keep coming to God with a whole wish list, and God is just like, so that house that you prayed for, that's not the move no more. You good on that? So I'm about to start rambling. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and take in.
Yeah, I feel everything you said. It's like, and I can, we're very similar as far as like being raised by teen moms and like being the oldest children and, having to, I don't want to say perform, but it feels like I got to perform all the time because of something that is in their minds that they want me to excel at. I don't know. But that teen mom thing, and we're not talking down on our moms. We're just sharing an experience. We love our moms, of course. I just wanted to say that. We love our moms with our whole hearts.
Whole heart. But that's my mom. Oh, that's my lady girl.
It seems like it was so much pressure put on us to I guess win at life. Like, you know what, I don't want my daughter to be like how I was. Yes. She gonna turn out better than what I was. She gonna do everything that she set her heart out to do. Yep. When really some of the things that they have in their mind, I feel like they are living through us instead of letting us just live.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's a lot of where that pressure comes from.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a whole different topic for a whole nother different day.
For real, because we could talk about pressure.
That pressure is real. But I think for me, in addition to what you said, I agree with everything you just said, minus a few things because I'm not, I don't have children yet, not married yet, but I will be one day. I think for me, when I started like becoming more self-aware, a switch went off. I'm like, all right, okay, what's next? Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm trying to go to the next level. All right, bet. So what's the next book? Like, I feel like a sponge soaking up all this knowledge to where it just never stops. And it's like, I feel like I conquered one level. Okay, well, that automatically makes me feel like I should be able to go to the next, when really that's not it. It's just me regurgitating information that I learned. It is not really me saying it's not, how can I say this? I haven't really mastered it just because I can regurgitate the information.
Right. Okay.
So like you said, I need to be building these better habits to let God know, let the universe know, let whomever know, whatever you believe in, let them know that, you know what? I am ready for this new level. And then I'm blindsided and then it comes and then
Right. It's almost like we have to be so focused into what we're doing now that when the new level comes, it's gonna catch us by surprise because I was so focused in, I wasn't ready. And when I think back, a lot of it did happen that way. Like I was so gung-ho on proving how I can do this to the best level that I could, that the new opportunity always kind of came like oh, okay. And then I raced to that. But now my body's in the space of, okay, we got to keep racing instead of, oh, we got to rest. We got to master. We got to enjoy like where we are.
Yeah. Like not last year, the year before, 2020, when the pandemic hit. So I was at my last place before I was at this place. And I'm like, man, I don't want to live over here no more. I'm in the ghetto. I'm tired of seeing tires on bricks. I'm tired of seeing hood niggas on the stoop with they liquor. Like, I mean, it might be fun in that moment because they, your neighbors are friendly. It feels like a home. It feels like a family. But as far as like safety and like my mental, I was just like, in my mind, I'm like, you know what? I'm ready. But it just was not happening for me. At all. Like I was there for 2 years and I felt like, and like it was even break-ins below me. And I'm like, well, what if I'm next?
Right. Yeah.
Like every time I would hit the corner with my car, I'm like, let me check to see if my door not kicked in. Let me make sure my stuff's still there. And so it gave me anxiousness. Like I was anxious and I'm like, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready for a new place. Like and at that time I was at another job. And I would be like, man, I'm ready for a new job. I got the skills. Like, what's up with it? And so I was interviewing it. I was interviewing for like a year before I got a new job in a new place within a month of each other. So the new job came unexpectedly. I was like, ugh, are y'all sure that this job is for me right now?
Right.
Like, why you didn't come before this? Because it came during the pandemic. I was like, oh, they hiring during the like, this is when the pandemic first popped off. Like, we were on lockdown. And I was like, oh, are these people crazy? What's wrong with these people?
Right.
And next thing I know, I'm like, you know what? You tripping. You just chill. Like, you've been asking for it. So now you don't want it?
Right.
This makes no sense to me.
Right.
So I ended up accepting that offer, and within a month or 2 months, I was at my new place. And I'm like, wow. So this is why I had to wait. And so now that I'm in this new place, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to dip. And I'm like, wait. And so when I find myself rushing, I have to pause and like look around, and sometimes I'll pick up an old journal and read a journal entry of like what life was like for me during that time to force me to appreciate where I am, because it's like, oh wow, like I'm being ungrateful right now, because at one point I was really praying and hoping and wishing for where I am now.
Yeah.
So basically I'm living on a prayer.
Girl, come on now. What is prayer?
And so sometimes like I'll have to go in the mirror and tell myself I am living a dream, because it is. It's a dream that I was hoping and praying and wishing for. So
it's okay. This is a little funny, because it just dropped in my head when you said the fact that you're living on a prayer. I remember back, this was probably 2019, because I was still pregnant. I was pregnant with my daughter, and it all came together because you just said like you're in your place now, and now you're just like, I need a new place. I don't technically want a new place, but I want new things, and I know God be sitting up there like, her again, girl, sit down. But anyway, I started that to say, when I was pregnant with my daughter, this house, I didn't think we were going to be able to get it. I felt like this house was way too big. I felt like the house was more than what we were ready to do. It was just me and my husband at the time, and like, we don't need this much space. Everything was sending me to tears. And so when we came into the house,
y'all do got a mansion though. Mansion vibes.
Well, thank you. But see, even that, like, you're saying I have a mansion, and in my head, I'm like, but this house, it ain't giving what it was supposed
to. No, it's a really nice size. But anyway, go on.
But no, so but anywho, but again, this all goes to show you like God will give you so much, or whoever you believe in. I believe in God. God give you so much, and you'll be sitting there with all the things that you've been praying for. Because, like I said, when I came to the house, I fell in love with this house. As the house got closer to being finished, I realized how many windows was in my house. This is what had me in tears. I was bawling, crying to my husband and telling him like, we're spending all this money on this house. We're not going to be able to afford blinds. We're not going to be able to afford.
Oh my Lord, poor Kevin.
Blinds and ceiling fans. That is what. And like God, while you were talking, I know God was dropping the images in my brain to let me see. Do you remember what a mess you were for that? Like for something as simple as blind ceiling fans, as if the fact that the whole house wasn't a prayer answered. Like you didn't have to do nothing crazy for this. All you had to do was believe that you could get it. You saved your money and you got it. Like nothing happened. Then on top of it, because God likes to show out sometimes, girl, the house came with blinds and ceiling fans. It was a part of what we signed on the contract. But it was just the moment of, you asked for it, you did the work for it, you're worthy of it, you deserve it, I give it to you. Enjoy it. But you won't even enjoy it for the longest. And of course it was because I had just had my daughter, so I wasn't able to decorate the way I wanted to, because that's an expense in itself. Having a new house is an expense in itself. Then it was the pandemic right after that, when I was coming out of my depression, that I was just like, I wasn't feeling like I could decorate the way I wanted to. And now that I'm back to myself and I'm ready to decorate, the one thing that's been stopping me from really starting over to decorate the way I want to is because of my brain. I'm like, but I don't want to be here long. So I've already went this many years, with it like this. Maybe I shouldn't. And I know God is just like, so who said? Like, who said you're getting ready to get out this house? Like, who said this wasn't enough? Or even if you're in this house for 5 more days, why wouldn't you make this house your dream? Do all the things that you were fighting tears and crying and saying you needed to do. Why won't you enjoy it now? Because you're so busy thinking, but this is not success. Success is when I can do it like this. Success is you got up today and you're in a place and your bills are paid and you have nothing to worry about. Like, those are the things that I'm really having to reshape my brain to say, girl, you're fine. You're actually more than fine. You are doing more than other people can do, and you're being ungrateful, because that's really what it is. I'm being ungrateful.
Yep, that's really what it boils down to. Ungratefulness. You're not even showing gratitude. I wouldn't bless me to go to the next level either.
Show it.
You need to sit down and think about what you got going on in that brain, which ultimately getting to know yourself on a deeper level. Figuring out, why am I not being grateful?
But you know what? What I got, and that's why now I'm doing so much of the work to fix it. I think because of that pressure of you got to keep moving, you got to keep elevating. I associate my worthiness with my ability to do. And right now, I have nothing to do. I have nothing to do but live. And it's a hard thing or a hard shift to get in my brain that no, you don't. You need to enjoy. Like enjoy. How does one enjoy? Like I don't know how to just sit and enjoy things. My brain is always, I need more. Gotta do more. Because that was not the pressure, but it was the pressure. It was the pressure of you gotta perform, you gotta do, you gotta be better. Especially as a Black woman, you gotta be better than the next. You gotta keep moving. And so I really don't know how to sit and enjoy. So one of the things that I'm having to teach myself this year is just enjoy. Like just sit and enjoy. If you're struggling to enjoy, write it down, because like you said, then I can look back a page and I'm like, man, that was lit. Okay, that was some good stuff that was right there.
Right. And then I'll have like family or friends come over and they'll be like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. I'm like, huh? What you mean? What you proud of? What I did? But that also goes hand in hand with imposter syndrome too.
Oh, like, yes.
I guess it's related. It's related.
It is.
Thinking we're unworthy when we are worthy. Our friends and family can see it. Why can't we? Yes. I'm the one in the driver's seat of this life. Why I can't see that I'm worthy of these blessings I done been blessed with? Like whatever that is in my brain, it needs to go. Cause
thank you.
It's not welcome here.
Thank you.
It's not what that imposter syndrome ain't welcome here in this space because I'm worthy.
Yes.
I'm very much so worthy.
Just because.
Yeah, I gotta write that sticky notes and put that on a mirror.
Yeah, I've been having to say that a lot to myself. Like just in the morning.
You're worthy. I'm grateful. Like even like when I'm staring in my place, I'm like, wow, like I'm here. I made it here. I love it here.
Yes. And I love it here.
And like you said, decorating, making it feel like my own.
Yes.
I just put a picture up in the kitchen maybe like a month ago. And I'm like, okay, like I'm feeling it then. Because at first I wasn't gonna put anything in the kitchen. I'm like, well, it ain't mine. I don't own it. No.
Girl. See, and it's all about the mindset, because like you said, I own my kitchen and I'm like, we only decorated certain parts, or we started something and we kind of stopped just because, life, we get busy. But now my daughter is getting to the point where I do have a little more time to do. But the only thing I'm telling myself is, well, it's been like that for 3 years anyway. No, I never liked it like that. I hated it like that. Or certain things I even bought that I wanted to decorate with. And because too much time has passed, I'm just like, I ain't gonna worry about it. Everybody already seen it. How dumb is that? I'm saying everybody already seen my house. So what? Because I live here. Because I want to see it, because I want to live that luxury life. I want to feel lavish. I want to come in and have my place look a certain way, not because of who else seen it, because this is something I like. How can I say, in my next house, I'm going to have it where it's, no, I'm going to have it right now. Right now. If every month I just do one more thing for my house, I'm doing better than anything than what I was doing before. I'm not worried about, I got to get this new house, or I got to get this new job. Because like you said, I didn't even think I got this job in 2020. It was the year of the pandemic. A lot of people were saying, don't trade jobs because everything's unstable. You don't know. And at first I was like, maybe I'm not qualified. Maybe I shouldn't. Then the whole time I got the job and I was like, I don't know. I'm not really, I'm still young. I'm the youngest one on my team. Like people who are under me are older than me and they make you feel away. And I'm just like, yeah, maybe they're right. It's like you said, it's that imposter syndrome. I really don't belong here. Maybe, and now it's like, no, you do belong there. That you got the job. You're qualified. You have all the tools. You're the only one who doesn't believe you belong here. The people behind you, they know you belong here. They want you to feel like it, but they're jacking up in your brain right here and they're making you doubt that you even know it when you do know it. You can do this in your sleep. What do you even? But now mom said, okay, I got to get something else because I got to show them that I belong on this level. And the only way to show them that I belong on this level is by showing them I can get to the next level. When no, I'm doing a damn good job on this level. That's enough. Like that's all I have to do. Like, oh girl, I can go and on about this.
Yeah, it all goes hand in hand with stepping into your power, owning who you are, being confident. We just talked about that. Like they all go hand in hand. I belong here.
Yes.
This door was opened for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful to be here. Like they
Mm-hmm.
all tied in.
They are.
It just
Yes.
take a little time for us to like for it to look click a little
Yeah.
bit. It just take a little time.
I do.
We there.
We
there.
definitely there.
We there.
We there.
I ain't mad.
Oh, loving
I
it.
ain't mad.
Loving every bit of it.
I know another thing for me, appreciating where I am, since it can be a struggle, I noticed that, my mind wanders when I am not active.
Okay.
So I noticed that being active helps me as a distraction, but a healthy distraction to get my mind off of wondering like what's next.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, I'm being present with that activity. So last year, it was kickboxing. This year I hope to do kickboxing. It depends on, if I could find a good class that's affordable.
Right.
But yesterday I went to yoga. That helped me not think about the present moment, or not the present, but think about the next level. It just helped me be in the present, enjoy myself, enjoy where I am. So I did notice that being active does help, because when you at home and you just sitting around, you in your head, and of course you're gonna be wondering what's next for me, because you ain't doing nothing.
Right. You're not filling your time. Or like I fill my time with things that I didn't enjoy, or I filled my time with things that I could do on autopilot. Like it doesn't, like you said, it doesn't make my mind active enough where I'm like so into it that I'm like, I don't even notice how much time has passed. Really what I'm doing is I'm trying to hurry up and get this done so that I can have free time to watch the time pass. That's crazy. So you're right. Like getting hobbies. One of the hobbies that I started last year when I started realizing like, girl, you gotta be more grateful about all the things. I started going to dance class. Like at first I was like, I'm big grown stuff. What am I going to dance class? Then I told myself I was only going to test it out because Kennedy will go when she's 3. Girl, no, I'm in dance class. I love dance class. Like I started with only one class a week. I was doing like an adult fusion. We did like jazz, hip hop, modern stuff like that. And then we were all talking like, oh, we should do ballet. And I was like, okay, like this is something I love. So I enjoy it. It gives me something to do that's just for me. That's not for the wife. That's not for the mom. It's just, it feeds my soul, This year I realized I love writing. I've been writing more. I've been getting more creative, just finding things that fill my time so that I'm enjoying being here and I'm not just waiting or expecting, because that gives you anxiety. Like literally I've been like, why is my anxiety so bad now? And my anxiety is terrible now because all I'm doing is waiting for something. I'm waiting for the next. I'm waiting to do. I'm done with waiting. I just want to be. Just want to be and chill.
Same. I noticed that my anxiety is high when I'm not doing nothing. And when it was at its highest, I wasn't reading. I wasn't doing kickboxing. I wasn't even doing any yoga. I wasn't even meditating. I wasn't being consistent with any of that.
Right.
And that's when I noticed that anxiety go high. It go high. I also noticed that I can't do drugs to escape.
Yeah.
I cannot, or else my mind will wander.
Yeah.
Even more. It would triple. So I got to be consistent too. I got to be consistent with these things that do help me not wander. They do help me learn to be in the present. So being consistent with my reading, sometimes I hit a dry spell, but that's normal. If you're a true reader, that's normal. Even with writing, some journaling, because I'm a journaler. Sometimes I'm not consistent with that because I do get burnt out. but I need to get consistent with my meditation because I fell off with that like completely. But you inspired me to get back onto that because now, you know, our sidebars. But active for sure.
Yeah.
Yoga, I'm gonna try to be more consistent with that too, because that when I started that a while, like years ago, I started that and then it just fell off. I think for one, it fell off because I was having to pay for it. And I'm like, but if I can pay for frivolous things from Amazon, then I can pay for yoga that feeds my soul, my mind.
Talk about Amazon. Amazon, so much.
That's an addiction.
It's really an addiction. It's because what? We don't have to wait. I don't have to wait for things to come on Amazon. It just shows up.
True. I think they throw it on my balcony or something because they be coming too quick.
I'm telling you, and there's like now even options where you can get it same day. It's too much. It's way too much.
I think another thing that's helping me stay in the present is like I'm trying to learn how to cook better.
Okay.
And not saying that I'm a terrible cook, and even some of this stuff is not even considered cooking, but I guess I don't know. But I'm trying to learn how. I'm gonna tell you, and you tell me.
Okay. I'm like, come on now.
I'm about to start making my own almond milk. Would you consider that cooking?
Yes. No,
okay.
That's cooking.
Okay. So dibble and dabbling. You know, I do my homemade Caesar. I already do that. Like my homemade croutons. So now I'm about to venture into my almond milk, like being more natural with that instead of buying it from the grocery store. So just being excited about that. So my next Amazon purchase is like a nut bag to where I can squeeze out, you know, my almond milk into my own little milk carton.
You have to let me know how that goes.
I will. That's my next project. I haven't ordered it yet, but it's on my list. I just have to get the nut bag and the glass container and the glass pitcher.
Yes, because almond milk is
stuff
expensive.
like that. It is, especially if you're not drinking it all the time like that. You just letting it waste.
Please, my daughter drinks it twice a day, and so that's why when you were talking about it, I'm like, might have to see how that goes so that I can stop spending so much money on this almond milk. But
how often are you buying it though? Almond milk,
girl. We have to get almond milk at least once a week.
Okay, well then it would be worth it, even though almonds are expensive.
Right. But even that, I don't know. Because we already transitioned her to almond milk because it's healthier for her and it was doing better for her body. But that's even another level of it's even more healthier because I know exactly what's going in. I know, you know what I'm saying? We're responsible for it. So I love that. But see, even that, finding things to do, doing more things, like things that you want to do anyway.
Yeah, because I'm trying to be more conscious of what I'm putting into my body. So I be reading labels a lot. And for whatever reason, I was never reading my labels with almond milk. Because I'm like, it's almond milk. Now I'm like, I want to make my own. Just like I started making my own Caesar dressing. I'm never going back to store-bought.
Yeah. See, it's stuff like that. It's crazy that you even brought that up because one of our sidebar conversations, I've been telling you that this year I want to be more intentional about what I do put in my body because I have to learn to value my temple by valuing the type of things that I put in my body. And so one of the things that I wanted to do for the year is eventually I know that I want to be, I'm going to say vegetarian because I feel like vegan right now it's a hard concept.
It's tough
to even get my mind around. But so one of the things that I've been doing is I'm just removing a meat group a month. That my first meat group that I removed is pork, like no more pork. I know I probably binge did that, but I love pork chop and whatever.
A lot of people do.
It's good, girl, but
there ain't no pork touching my fork, man.
Listen, it's something about the bacon. Pork chop.
Bacon makes me gag. Oh my
girl. God. Well, probably because you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but that was one of the first things I had to do was let that go. And just until the point where I am very comfortable with the type of things that I'm putting into my body. Because eating fast food all the time. Just, you know what I'm saying? I was thinking I'm healthy. I'm drinking my water. I'm eating my salad. But then on the way home, I might, you know what I'm saying, hit up a drive. So being very conscious about the type of thing. I think that makes you more appreciative of life because you feel better about it. You're not kind of bogged down with all the toxins and all the expectations. And really, I know I'm going to appreciate everything that I have when I completely get rid of outside gaze. And I start worrying about what other people are worrying about, because really they're not worried about it's this up here. I am telling myself that they care. They don't. Once I'm able to completely only focus on what is it that I care about, I have my blinders on, I know I'm going to get better at being able to appreciate just all the things that I have, instead of trying to compare or to say they're not going to believe I'm worth it, or they're not going to think I should be here because I'm not. No, I don't care anymore.
Exactly. It feels so freeing to step into this new zone. I don't want to say new, but to step into this zone completely.
Yes.
Of I don't care. This is me. I don't care what you got going on. Which really, most people do not care what we got going on, because they living in the ego world. Everything is about me. You know, they don't care. So we need to go to that too. Go to not caring and just living your life.
I think that we're afraid that it again, but that still goes back to caring about what other people think, because I know for me, it's always that what's the perspective? If they're gonna think I'm selfish. See, again, I can't do anything without thinking about what they're gonna think. And who are these they? Because like you said, they're not paying attention because
the lady. You spoke to the lady.
Girl, that's what it is. That's what it is.
They? Who is they? Who is they?
Who is they?
Who is they?
Because they not paying my bills. They not paying this mortgage. They not paying that car note. They not paying that daycare. They not buying these outfits. They not buying my wrap. They not paying for these nails that got to get done. Who is they?
We are living. Okay, how can I say this before I ramble and go on a tangent? These are supposed to be very precious moments that we're living. And so the fact that we are overthinking every step, that takes away from living.
Yes.
Who wants to live a life where you got to overthink every little step that you take? Oh, I don't know if they're going to like it. Oh, no, I feel away. Oh, no, they going to judge me. Oh, no, she said this about this. Who cares if someone does not like your outfit?
Right.
If you like it, that's all that matters.
Yes.
If it's not putting anyone in harm's way, that's all that matters.
That's it.
No one cares but you.
But you. And if they do care, then you shouldn't worry about the fact that they care, because then they're worried about the wrong things themselves.
Release them.
Thank you. Release
them, child. Well,
we done, this wine done really took us.
That wine be taking you on a different path.
It do. It do. I think it makes you more willing to just put it all out.
Oh yeah, I started sweating earlier, but I didn't want to say it.
Oh girl, I've been sweating. The whole time I was like, ooh,
I'm gonna be like, don't show it that you're sweating. Open your arms a little bit.
I know everybody watching.
When my arms started going like that, I was like, I'm sweating for real.
Girl, I knew. I was like, they know I'm hot because I keep wiping my face. I don't do one.
I barely even drank some of this wine.
That's what I'm saying. I still got a good amount.
Me too.
Why make you too hot?
I didn't even drink no glass off camera.
Girl, I even brought my backup water because I was like, I'm gonna be hot up there drinking this wine.
Man. Next time I know if I bring some wine on here, I gotta have me some backup water or have that AC down a little bit.
I almost turned the fan on, but I was like, man, they probably gonna hear that. That's ghetto. I just can't.
They be like, what they got going on this episode? Girl, okay.
But I hope you enjoyed this episode. I mean, I feel like every time we come before you guys, like, y'all are figuring this out the same speed that we're figuring out. You guys are getting to see us be. And I hope that this is really encouraging you to just be. Like, do what you do. Like, I want to give a shout out real quick. Shout out to my sister-in-law. She started a podcast. So proud of her. She's still working on it. So once she, you know what I'm saying, get it with me, I'm gonna be pubbing her too. But it's just stuff like that. I hope that when you guys are really listening to us, you're not here to just see what tea we got or what we're talking about. I really hope that you guys are healing, because if we're not doing that, we're not really doing what we're supposed to be doing. I hope that you hear our stories, you hear our heart, you really feel what we have to say, and you are applying these things as needed, as it resonates. You feel led to do something, do it. Like, if you want to try a different style, you want to do it. Don't worry about who's gonna say what. As long as it's not hurting nobody and it makes you feel good, it's your thing.
Exactly. Come on, Pastor. Come on, Pastor. That's what I'm talking about. So yes, like, I was gonna add some in, but I forgot what I was gonna say. But maybe it'll come to me later.
Maybe.
But let's get into word of the week.
Word of the week.
So I'll start.
Yeah.
My word of the week is release. I'm in a space where if it don't serve me, I'm releasing it lovingly, in a lovingly way. I'm releasing. I'm not controlling nothing. Release is my word.
I like that. I like that you said in a lovingly way, because when release was my word, if it was loving, it was loving. If it wasn't, it wasn't. It was whatever it needed to be. Because I know for a fact that sometimes when you try to do something loving, people, you know what I'm saying, they make you go there. And so I love that you put loving, that you are doing it loving.
Yeah.
My word of the week is patience. Like, patience. Like, it's be patient. Like, it doesn't. What am I in a rush to do? Like, what is there to do? There's no rush. Nothing. So I'm just being patient. Let me pull up
affirmation of the week.
Yes, let me.
Let's see. Let me pull that up one time.
Okay, you ready? You got yours? Let me go first.
Yeah, I have mine.
Okay.
I released all my fears of not being perfect. That's all I got today.
Girl, I was like, okay, yeah, come on. What else? But okay.
I was gonna go further, but I was like, let me stop right there.
Yes. Okay. So my affirmation is, I am worthy of the ultimate happiness. I deserve and accept it. I'm not going to feel guilty about it when I get it. Guilt is not invited to my happiness party.
Come on. It's great affirmation. Yes. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yes. As always, come back to the next episode. Tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, y'all. Well, catch us on the next episode. We'll see y'all there.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.